A very good morning, students. The yesterday's class we were discussing about male and female reproductive system, and today we will be studying about fertilization to fetal development. It's a very long process. At the same time, it is just quite interesting, and we will come to know how we are all developed in the womb of the mother. So the entire process I will show you. I'll give you a clear-cut idea how we all developed in the womb of the mother. So we'll go with fertilization to fetal development. Now, you know what is fertilization, no? So fertilization is nothing but the fusion of two different gametes. One is the sperm and egg. This is what the fertilization is. Sperm cells and egg cells will be meeting each other. Now, to explain this, we will study in the form of a diagram. Now, this is the female reproductive system. I just draw only one part of it. So now, this is the ovary, this is fallopian tube, and this part is the uterus. So all these things are very important for the development of the fetus. Now, fertilization is once the egg is becoming matured. This is the egg, and the egg will be surrounded by the layers primary, secondary, tertiary, and finally it is surrounded by a layer called Graafian follicles. Now this egg ruptures from the Graafian follicle and it will go into this tract and it will remain here in this structure. This area is called ampulla. Okay, so ampulla is a structure where, so wide area where the fertilization will take place. So now egg will be remaining here for 24 hours. Now through this female reproductive tract, a sperm cell enters inside and the sperm will move into this and it will get fertilized with the egg, and this forms the zygote. Okay, so zygote is the one where it is it is getting fertilized in the ampulla where it meets with the sperm and the egg. So this is what, now this egg which is getting formed into zygote is called fertilized egg. So this egg is called fertilized egg. Okay, now this fertilized egg should come to this uterus. Uterus will be lined here with a lining called endometrium. This is the lining of the uterus, endometrium. Okay, so this fertilized egg should come there into this tract and go and settle down in the endometrium till the entire pregnancy period. Okay, so now what should happen is, when this fertilized egg, if it is coming here, in between some development, division will take place. So the division is called cleavage. So cleavage will take place inside this area, fallopian tube. Now this the first cleavage takes place after 30 hours of fertilization. After fertilization, after 30 hours, the first cleavage will take place. And all these cell divisions are mitotic division. Mitotic means body cell division. It is also called as equal division. One cell divided into 2, 2 divided into 4, 8, 16, 32, like this. So this division is called equal division. One cell give rise to 2, 2 cell give rise to 4, like that. So each cell, this is a cell, this cell will give rise to 2 cells. This is a cell, this gives 2 and this gives 2. So like this, each cell will give rise to another cell, 2 cells. Okay. So now this division, first one is called zygote. Second one, it forms the divisions of cells like this. So this is called the morula. And further it divides and form a structure like this. Like this it forms a structure, and this structure is called the blastula structure. Okay, so this structure is called blastula, or it is otherwise called as blastocyst. Okay, now this blastocyst will come here to this uterus and will get fixed on this wall like this. And this process is called, so first one, fertilization process. Second one, cleavage. Third one is implantation. Implantation means it is getting fixed into the endometrium. So which is getting fixed? This blastocyst get fixed into the endometrium. That process is called implantation process. Understand? So the fertilized egg becomes implanted in around 6 to 7 days after fertilization. Okay, so that is all very important. And after, when it comes here, this forms here 3 layers. 1, 2 and 3 layers will be formed, this area. So these layers are called as primary germ layers. Primary germ layers. So this entire process is called gastrulation process. This process called gastrulation. Gastrulation means the 3 structures is formed. What are all those 3 structures? Outer part, I'll write it here, or can hear also. Outer part is ectoderms. So then middle is mesoderm. Then inner is endoderms. So these are the 3 parts. So 3 layers. Each layer will give rise to some organs. Okay, so this entire process is called gastrulation. Then, so we studied fertilization, cleavage, implantation, gastrulation. Okay. Then next step, after this step, we will go for organogenesis. Organogenesis means formation of organ. So formation of organ means each layer will give rise to certain organ, I told you. That is, so during this organogenesis, the various organs of the fetus are established from this germ layers. Okay, so that is what organogenesis are. So first, fertilization. Second, cleavage. Third, implantation. Fourth, gastrulation. Fifth one, organogenesis. Each layer will give rise to different organs. Okay, so now here these layers are formed. So how it will be? It will be in the form of a sac like structure like this. This is the structure, and here the fetus will be there like this, and it is all surrounded by certain structures. 3 layers will be there. So all this, when you come to high secondary, you will study. So this is the layer. Okay, fixing. Now next one next one is very important. That is formation of placenta. Placenta formation. Placenta means this is the mother's area and this is fetus. Both mother body, this is mother's body and this is the fetus body. Both are connected by linkage, a connection. This connection is called placenta. Okay, so the placenta, how it is? It is in the form of a disc shaped like this. It is a disc shaped. Okay, right. And it is attached to the uterus wall, and it is a temporary association between the developing embryo and the maternal means mother's breast. So when the fetus is born, at the time of delivery, this placenta is removed. The very important role is the placenta will supply nutrition, exchange of gases, everything from mother to fetus. So fetus receives all this from mother only through this placenta, as well as some excretion of waste materials, everything. So placenta paragraph is very important. Okay, so all these are important. And a small wire will be containing the blood vessel. So here in between you will have some blood vessel here. See this one. So this is the blood vessel. So this is the mother's body, I told you, mother's body, and this is a fetus. Here you will have one blood vessel. This blood vessel is called umbilical cord. Umbilical cord. So through this umbilical cord, from mother's blood enter into the fetus, from fetus enter into mother. So mixing. So this umbilical cord will consist of part of mother's blood as well as part of the fetus blood. Okay. So this entire product till it is getting delivery, the overall picture is called pregnancy. Okay. So this pregnancy, the other name for pregnancy is called gestation. So everything I will just put it here as pregnancy. So the pregnancy is called as gestation. Gestation period. So this entire period takes place 280 days. Okay, so during the pregnancy, the uterus also will be expanding, become larger. That expands about 500 times. That much big it happens. Okay, then finally what we'll have, so what we study, you remember, fertilization, cleavage, implantation, gasculation, organogenesis, placenta formation. Everything is a pregnancy. Now at the time of delivery, there are hormone which is involving in the contraction of this uterus. So when the uterus has to contract, then only the baby will be pushing out of the mother's uterus. So the hormone which is involving in this is called oxytocin hormone. Oxytocin. This is a very important hormone, oxytocin. This hormone will involve in contraction of the uterus. So contraction. It contracts the uterus muscle, and this, because of the contraction, the baby will be pushed outside. Is that clear? So this is what the overall picture of fertilization and fetal development. Okay, right. So the next class we will be discussing about the birth control methods. Clear? Right. Thank you.